welcome our next speaker. Let me welcome our next speaker. So let me just go straight. Okay, Dr. Betty, let's do it this way I like to do it. Her Excellency, Professor Dr. Betty speaks from United States of America, and she's sharing with us this afternoon on collaboration and cooperation. Wow, CCC. Maybe I should add one to it. Collaboration and cooperation with communication. Maybe. CC, yeah. Dr. Betty speaks one of Kind Scholar Plus, the founder, the Resurrection Imprint Art, retired with honors from the United States Army. Wow. Multi-best-selling author, featured on TV shows, and a host of broadcasting. Dr. Betty is also the CEO of a Life Change Now, LLC, podcaster, host for Overcoming Battles by Being Strong and Courageous, an artist, songwriter of single It's a Resurrection. I would love to have that music so that we can ask permission to play it on our platform. As an international World Civility Ambassador and a Word of Life Christian Fellowship, ICA, Word of Life Ministry International, United Nations Peace Ambassador. Dr. Speaks says she is using her wisdom and ability to direct important issues regarding humanity and instilling hope in others worldwide. Recipients of World Civility Ambassador Award, International Women's Choice Awards, International Humanitarian Pardon on Nelson Mandela Day, plus the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, awardee of the I Change Nation led by our wonderful grand patron of Y.Y.C.I, His Excellency Clive Rivers, I guess I Change Nation. Dr. Betty Speaks Civility Imprints Award, plus the I Change Nation. Dr. Betty Speaks Global Veteran Champion Award. So, allow me now to welcome Her Excellency, Ambassador, Professor, Dr. Betty Speaks from United States of America. You're welcome, ma'am.
Oh, Queen, my heart is so full right now. I tell you, it is such a pleasure to be graced with your presence for the past 3 days in the name of the Father and the Son and Holy Spirit. So it is such an honor to be here with you and these magnificent leaders. Honestly, I love what Dr. Fata, and I may pronounce your names incorrectly, but I promise I would get them correctly before the end of the day. So he said, experience is the best teacher. We've heard that for decades, and I love to hear it when a leader still empowers that into us. We also heard I think it was Dr. DPS. I think he said knowledge is known knowledge. As he said, you can have my book. This is previous knowledge. This is information that is already known, but it's for our future. And then, and I didn't even know you were recording this, but when Dr. Fata said, I think he was doing a correction about how African got started or how things went about in Africa. He said it was like a continent, and then it became one person made it a container. So it's like there is so much knowledge that has been poured out. And if it go between the ears of the listeners too fast, I encourage all of you to come back and revisit the powerful leaders that has been here today. Now, I was looking at my calendar and it says you have a doctor's appointment in 1 hour, but that I will have to
Mm.
reschedule that. So, but because you said don't leave anything out, but I know that some things that I probably would need a part two myself. My
Yeah.
presentation today is definitely on collaboration and cooperations, embracing the vision of yes, you can. And guess what, Queen? I did have to include communication in there. And it's so unique how things are divinely spoken. Just imagine a world where every individual feels empowered to achieve their highest potential, not by walking alone, but by walking together. You see, my good book says that iron sharpens iron.
Irons. Wow.
This is the power of collaboration and cooperation, and then adding on communication. Think of the most successful ventures in history. They thrive not because of solitary geniuses, but because of collective efforts and shared visions. Today, we are going to explore how these principles can transform our Yes You Can initiative into a beacon of collective achievements. So, yes, when you speak of collaboration and cooperation, it involves communication. So, good morning to each and every one of you, or good afternoon, or good evening to some. I am thrilled to be here to discuss the integral role of collaboration and cooperation. Yes, you can. On the Yes You Can platform, it is our fast-paced and interconnected world. These things must be acknowledged. The ability to work together has never been more crucial than now. You see, today we have the ability to delve into the importance of these concepts, explore practical strategies, and then implement them and draw inspiration from the stories, from statistics, and even biblical verses that underscore their significance. So understanding collaboration and cooperation and that thing we do mostly, what we have been doing here since the 1st of July, which is communicating. You see, collaboration involves individuals working together towards a common goal. There's another C that I didn't even think about, Queen. Collaboration involves individuals to work together towards a common goal, leveraging their unique strengths and the skills to achieve something greater than what could be accomplished alone. You see, you can't do these things alone. And I love what some of our leaders have already spoke about, and you have to have a lot of integrity and faith in order for these things to work for the greater needs of each other, how they complement one another. It requires open communication, mutual respect, and a shared vision. So, when you go into cooperation, it is the act of working together harmoniously, often involving or the sharing of resources, as my sister just spoke about, and then the responsibilities to achieve a common, again, that C word, objective. It emphasizes the importance of teamwork, flexibility, and collective mindset. I love it. We just spoke about the mind, and I wanted that subject as well. But I was like, wait a minute, I already have three. But it's a collective mindset that we have to use, that cooperation, collaboration, and then to communicate both of them eloquently. So when we're implementing collaboration and cooperation in today's vision of yes, you can, you have to create a shared vision. And you might ask yourself, well, how do we go about in creating a shared vision? I am so glad that you asked. Try aligning team members with common goals that inspire that are inspired and motivated to accomplish those common goals. You see, the Queen read to you that I'm retired from the military. You can't retire from the military unless you have team members that are there to support your goals and your initiatives, and then support the desires of you to bring about peace and harmony, not just for your country, but other countries as well. Then you have to encourage input and feedback to ensure everyone feels invested. This is how you create a shared vision. And then you have to foster open communication. That means establish regular meetings and updates and keep everyone informed. That's basically what this platform we have been on since the 1st of July with Queen Elizabeth has been establishing regular meetings or regular mindset opportunities or regular meetups and in order to update everyone and keep the world informed on what's going on, or even to, as Dr. TPS mentioned this morning, to allow that known knowledge be known again. So utilize digital collaboration tools. They spoke about that this morning, utilizing the digital collaborated tools for seamless communications, because we have evolved, as Queen Elizabeth said, from cassettes. We're no longer using cassettes anymore. We're doing digital things now, doing live streaming now. We have evolved to where we are in today's world in order to communicate. That's a part of our ability to communicate worldwide through social media or streamline. And this helps with collaborations, helps to build collaboration. And so the next thing that is in, is of importance to each and every one of us is to leverage individual strengths. You see, you have to identify and use the unique skills and talents that each team member acquires or requires. You have to learn how to identify and utilize their unique skills. And this is how you build or you leverage their particular strength from where they are right now. They may not be at our level of educations or where we are as scholars, but you can identify with them where they are now in order to assist them to build upon collaborating and cooperations and communications. So encourage the peer learnings and mentorship within the team. That's how you build them up. That's how you leverage each individual strength. And then, as my sister also said, our last speaker, Sister Mary, she said that you have to trust and have respect for others in order to build them up, or in order for them to have that be in that right mindset. You have to build their trust. You have to allow them to have mutual respect, because it goes both ways. You can't have them respecting you and then you don't respect them where they are. So leverage individual strength. And then we want, as we are building trust and mutual respect, you want to promote transparency and honesty in all interactions. In all interactions, it does it, and that to me is so essential, because if you tell someone to do something, or if you are expecting a certain thing out of someone else, make sure that you would do that same thing as well. Make sure you lead by example, and that will promote transparency and honesty in all the interactions that you have or you encounter with another person. And again, celebrate successes together. And learn from failures as a team. We can do that on a daily basis. You can celebrate someone for saying just a simple thing as they would say every morning, "Good morning, sir," or "Good morning, ma'am." You can say, "You know what? I appreciate the fact that you greet me every day. I mean, it doesn't matter how I feel or how you feel, you are always showing a pleasant smile, and your spirit oozes off a sense of peaceness when I see you or when I greet you. And then we want to move on to encouraging flexibility and adaptability. I think I spoke about this yesterday to the Queen when I spoke about a baby, how you want to hold someone else's child, and then that child is like freezes depending on the spirit that you give off to them. They might not have the flexibility or not be in that adaptability spirit to want to be held by you. And then someone else, a complete another stranger will come over and greet that baby, and that baby reaches out to that person. So be open to the newness of an individual, or be open to new ideas and approaches for the most part, and adapt to strategies based on feedback and changes in circumstances that may come about. We, like I said, this is an international call, and we've had international speakers on here, and just to see that we all have the same mindset, and how easily we are adapting to what one person comes on and say, and then the feedback that the person may give to something that that speaker has said, and it's changing circumstances. It's changing not only the lives of the CEO and founder of this platform, but there's a change in each and every one of us as we are collaborating and communicating the various topics that are at home. So let me share with you some of the statistics on collaboration and cooperation. You see, according to a study done at Stanford, people who work um, together with collaboration topics, they stick to their task 64% longer than those who work alone. The same study found that a different set of group that works together on collaborating tasks lead to a 15% higher engagement rates. 15% higher. So then a survey was done, and this survey revealed that 94% of executives and 88% of employees believe that a distinct workplace culture is important to business success, within with collaboration being a key component. That's amazing, knowing that if you can get your employees and your leaders to work together on collaborating projects, as opposed to having that leader that we spoke about yesterday, that aggressive leader, or that leader that is an authoritative leader that says do it my way or no way. These leaders and these co-workers were able to work together and collaborate and communicate and get the cooperation that was needed to complete a project 88% higher than those that had no collaboration, no cooperation, and no communication. And that speaks volumes. So there are some examples that are stories that I was like floored by when as I recall them based on some readings that I did. You all remember the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilburn, these are people that were involved in airplanes, buildings, and things of that nature. They're classic examples of successful collaborators. They combine their individual skills and their knowledge to invent the first successful airplane. Their ability to work together, their communication skills that they had together, and the trust that they had with one another was pivotal in their success, and allowed them to be known as the Wright brothers. So I like their example because they had to work together in order to build a successful airplane business. Can you imagine them not working together very well, and people began to fly in these planes, and there were like a status of death and not lives, people not being able to get from one location to the other, or people not being able to travel across the world on a plane. These brothers were the successors of that, and based on those skills that they use, collaboration, communication, and conversation, they were able to be successful. And then there's the Apollo mission, the Apollo 11 mission. A lot of people have even forgotten about that, and there I can give you a list and go on and on, but just imagine landing on the moon resulted in a successful landing based on the cooperation with NASA team members, international partners, and private contractors. They made this a historical achievement possible for individuals to land on the moon. So again, we're talking about cooperation, collaboration, and communication here. And then there's a modern day startup that considered a in the tech world. This startup is a diverse talents come together where people were using innovative skills and solutions by fostering a collaborative environment. The startup came quickly and adapted to marked changes that were innovative and continuously, even today. Look at what we're doing now. We're using someone's technical skills just to be on social media, as opposed to all of us flying together there in London, in the UK, with our queen. We're using someone's technical skills that is like utilized worldwide now for people to effectively collaborate on projects and communicate on those projects together. And it is continuously going on. I want to say for the entire month of July, the Queen did this last month. You have to look at the things that are going on today and what you can do tomorrow to continue to carry out your collaborations and your communication skills, and then work together in order to cooperate, things such as this platform has done. So alone we can do so little, but when we work together we can do so much. That quote came from Helen Keller. I love her for being a part of our past, because a lot of her quotes will go on into our future. Like, as again, Dr. DPS said it this morning, this is known knowledge. So you can do a lot alone, but you can do so much when you work together with someone else that has just as much knowledge as you do. And then another quote that I love is by a president that we once had, Henry Ford. Coming together is a beginning, but staying together is a progress, and working together is a success. I have to share also that, as I've been on the platform with Queen Elizabeth now for the past 3 days, and she shared with me some of these people have been with Yes You Can for years. Some of the leaders have been with Yes You Can since its initiative date started. So coming together is a beginning, but staying together is a progress, and working together is success. So that's exactly where Yes You Can is right now. It is in the success stage, and you have to remain there. I'm so looking forward for the next level that she's evolving to. And then I want to give to you some verses out of my favorite book, definitely Ecclesiastics, chapter 4, verse 9 and 10. It says, two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. It's right before our hours. You heard what Dr. TPS said this morning, knowledge is power. And the books that were here before us is where we get that information from, and we feed it to those that are coming up behind us. So as I talk about some of the motivational takeaways here today, as we empower each other, we have to recognize and celebrate the unique contributions of each team member or each employee or each family member. It doesn't matter who they are in our lives. Just recognize them and celebrate the uniqueness that they have in them, those contributions that they have to offer. And empowerment breeds innovation and loyalty. Once you empower others, they will see that, they will respect you, and they will remain loyal to you. Communicate openly. I think someone else mentioned that earlier this morning on one of the platform. Be transparent and honest. I like to say, keep it hot. Keep it hot, HOT, honest, open, and transparent, because that type of communication is definitely the backbone to any successful collaboration. Keep the channels open and constructive. Again, I like to say the acronym, keep it hot, honest, open, and transparent. It's definitely the backbone to being successful with different tasks that are projects that we have at hand. And then embrace diversity. This call is so diverse this morning. It was diverse 2 days ago. It has been diverse for the past few months, even the years. This platform is very diverse. Different perspectives and skills enrich a team, and it has a drive that creates solutions. So you have to embrace and leverage diversity for a greater impact. So it's amazing how we teach others how to be well diverse. And I'm telling you, if you go back and listen to some of the conversations that have been spoken this morning, you will see why this particular platform is diverse. And you can implement diversity in your projects, in your with your families, with your team members, with your employees, and watch how success unfolds. So a part of my closing is that the power of collaboration and cooperation cannot be overstated. Um, and by integrating these principles into our Yes You Can initiative, we can also foster a supportive dynamics, and it's in our environment for the most part, but also setting the stage for unprecedented success. And that's what I think each and every one of the leaders have been on here today. You have to remember that together we're stronger and more innovative and more resilient if we are together. So let's commit to working together and supporting each other and achieving greater things as a unified team, as unified leaders. We do this in peace and harmony, but with unity. As it reads in my good book again in Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron. So one person sharpens another person. And don't think you can't do it. Yes, you can. I yield the mic back to you, Queen.
Was waiting for that scripture. There's also another scripture that says that one shy one shall chase the thousands, and then two shall chase the 10,000. Do you know about that scripture as well? Good. Because
Yes.
when we're together, we can do more. That's what that scripture is all about. And I want to say thank you so much. You can hear me. Thank you so much for your wealth in depth, especially to have been with us since Saturday. You've done very well. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm trying to push it.
Go ahead, you can push, keep it. I love it.
Because this masterclass is going to be on and on till 31st of this month.
Yes.
So we can't let you just put full stop and leave us like that. So uh,
Never.
so what I will say to you, ma'am, is get ready for part two of this collaboration,
Mm.
cooperation, and communication. Get ready for it. And when you are ready, please text me and let me know the time. I'm so sorry that you have to suspend your GP appointment. I really did not like that.
Oh
Maybe
no.
you could have informed me, because health is wealth and it's very, very important that we take good care of ourselves. So I believe, I don't know if you can still meet up with it today, or when are you going to have your other appointment? Can you still have it today? And that will give me a rest assurance.
Yes. So what I did was, as it was leading closer to the appointment, I asked to reschedule it. So I am good.
Okay.
And honestly,
Okay.
I would hate to leave because you've been feeding me. The leaders here have been feeding me. So
Thank you so much.
yes, thank you for your caring though, but we're good.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much. Without wasting much time, I would like us to respond to teaching Professor Dr. Mary to start with. And after that, I'm gonna call on Dr. Stephen. Ah, yes, mom is here. She's rested well. Good. All right. Uh, Professor Mary, please wait. Let's Dr. Samina quickly respond. Sorry, so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We've been waiting for Mama to join us. I'm so sorry, Dr. Mary, but you are going to be the next one. Dr. Samina, thank you so much for joining us. I believe you've had a good rest for this weekend. Nobody knocked your door to call you here. Believe even today you've rested well. We were even thinking you will join us tomorrow, but we appreciate your time today. Do you want to respond, ma'am, to what Professor Betty has just shared with us?
Yeah. Uh, Thank you very much for giving me chance. It's a wonderful presentation that first of all, we should respect each other. We should love each other. We should adopt the strategy that we should interconnection with each other and get feedback from the speaker and people change while communication with each other. When we communicate with each other, we change the mindset of people, and there is ability to work together, transformment together, change together, and collaboration and work together. So, cooperation is very important, respect is very important, and work with unity. Unity, because union is strength. When we work together, we join others and do cooperation. This brings success in our life. We stand together and we walk together and we sit together. There
Mm.
is a change, and we share the communication with each other. If we work together, we just like sister gave us the example of Wright brothers, that they, with cooperation, they make an aeroplane, and it we fly together because of their struggle. So if we want to fly high, we should cooperate with each other. We should communication with each
I
other,
like
stand
that.
and sit and join each other. And just like the example of Helen, Keller. She was blind, but she was very courageous, and she um, uh, bring a lot of change. So two are better than one.
Mm.
So we should have this example that two are better
Better
than
than one.
one.
Mm.
Yeah. So we should celebrate the other's success, because this is the a thing of love, that we share the other's success, and we should respect and care others with open heart. HOT, honest, open, and transparent. A
Yeah.
good abbreviation.
Thank you
HOT.
so much.
I
Thank you
like
so
it
much.
very much.
Thank you.
HOT, that open, transform, um, and honest, honest
Thank you.
with each other. So we have to work together, and we have to love together, respect together, and we should make unity.
Mm. Mm.
So
Thank you so much, Dr.
but
Samina. I know,
it is whatever.
you know the reason why I said that, Mister. She was resting and resting and also gaining more wisdom, dreaming again, gaining the strength. I knew, I told you earlier on, didn't I? That when she comes in fire with power. I said it before you came. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Samina, our president for Y.Y.C.I International Pakistan. We really appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you so much. On this note as
Thank you
well,
so
I would
much.
like to
Yeah.
welcome Professor Dr. Ambassador Mary to also contribute or to ask question, if you can.
Thank you so much. Between Dr. Samina's wisdom and Dr. TPS wisdom, I don't think we can ever go wrong,
No,
really.
for no.
Lovely to see you again, Dr. Samina. Always such an honor to hear you. Professor Dr. Betty. Wow, wow, and
Wow,
wow.
wow.
Seriously, my sister, I think, old school is pen and paper. Okay, new school is we record. But I think I wrote down a whole page and a half of so much of, yeah. See, Dr. Elizabeth. I love it. The collaboration, cooperation, and then, of course, the communication. And for me, I added another word while you were talking, which is
Yeah.
connection.
Connection. Good.
Because all three of them lead to building connections, right? And that's what we need, the network. So when you spoke of Wright brothers and when you spoke of all of these different examples, and I love what Dr. Samina said about flying high with the Wright brothers. I mean, that was just amazing. But for me, when you spoke of that, it led to this network and it led to why we're even talking about this topic. And the way you put it together were so articulate, especially with the hot. I mean, hot. We need that. But I don't think we ever look at it that way as leaders. Leaders forget. If we focus on the transparency, then we tend to forget about being open. Or if we focus on being open, we forget about being transparent. We don't realize the connection, again, the core connection between the three that are key for us to be leaders. So I really applaud you for bringing that up. There's so many things you said that were amazing for me. We learn from failures, not just as a team. We learn from failures in who we are as individuals, and that for me hit home. Because if we don't recognize those failures as stepping stones for who we are, then every time something hits a low, we're going to always just bring ourselves down with it as leaders. We need to see lows are there because they're windows of opportunity to grow. So I loved everything that you said. I took down tons of notes. I could take a whole session with what you just said, but thank you again for your amazing, amazing speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Ambassador Mary Mia from South Africa. We really appreciate you. Once again, she is also our Vice President of Y.Y.C.I South Africa. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your contribution. Our Excellency, Dr. Prince Ambassador Fatah Toromade. We cannot do without hearing from you to contribute or to ask questions on this topic.
Yeah, thanks so much. what caught my attention most is the use of the word honesty, because there's a difference between being honest and being truthful. They're not the same thing.
Mm.
Somebody may be a thief, and if that person is caught, we say, yes, it is the truth. I stole it. But an honest man will never steal.
Mm.
An honest man will never steal. And when she talks about cooperation, communication, and the connection, you discover that in Africa, we understood that for long. Especially in Yoruba land, we call something owe. We call something aro. Now, I can call people to come around and help me in my farm or do some kind of work. And then during their own turn also, I also will go there and do the same. So this time of cooperation is time of connection, and that increased productivity.
Mm.
So when we know that, and if you look at the body system itself, and that's the reason why I love what that professor said the other time, that when the leg may make mistake and you slip on something, and as you are falling, the hand will not say it is because the legs that step on something that is not going to protect the body. The hand will try to protect the body. So the whole body system works on a system of cooperation. So for mankind to advance, or technically, spiritually, religiously, we have to cooperate. We have to communicate, and that creates greater connection that advance mankind. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you so much, Honorable Dr. Prince Ambassador Fatah Toromade from Nigeria. Thank you so much for your contribution and actually for your time today. Wow, we are blessed to have a whole day sitting down, relaxing, and also contributing. I do not take that for granted. Thank you so much, because this our amazing prince. If you know how much time I have to, because I'm not a person that give up easily. If you know the time I have to chase him up, and I totally understand his amount of work. He works with so many royal kings in my country. He travels a lot and is also involved in culture, also lecturing in schools, so that we can bring awareness of tradition and culture in our society and even moral values. And I'm going to give him the hints. Do you know that even his daughter, how old is your daughter now, sir?
One is 6 years old, the other one is 15 years old.
Okay, the one of 6 years old, he's a dancer, is an actress at that age, and has so many moral values. And that is what we need in our society, when the parents have enough time to spend time with the children to to discover their gifts and help them to develop it. So I want to say, even the fact that he's busy, he's also have time, quality time with his family. So I want to say kudos to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, because I discovered that what destroyed the world value is the destruction of the family value.
Wow.
When there's no family value, there's no way you can have societal value. So, and I'm
Yes.
using my two daughters for experiment.
Mm.
And maybe during my presentation, my daughter will give a poem,
Yes,
possibly
we
on what
want
we
it.
can move forward. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, we need that. We are so blessed on this platform because we have both mother and son, mother and daughter, daughters doing their own things. Even the last time since January, another 9-year-old is gathering his friends to do storytelling summit every month. Every month they do that. They just gather the friends together instead of roaming around. She gathered them together. We gave them a Y.Y.C.I platform. They all share their stories. She asked them questions. It's so amazing. And the teenagers as well from South Africa that they're about to start their own. We also have from Croatia, from Georgia. We just creating this platform for everyone to demonstrate their skills, their talents, their gifts. And amazing. That is the only way we believe we can raise the champion, we can raise the leader, and we can raise even the pioneer of greatness. So thank you so much. I believe Dr. Stephen is ready. And even on this platform, Dr. Betty, I don't know if you met this amazing people. I would like to just express to you that Dr. Samina is the biological mother of our next speaker, Dr. Stephen Cameron. And Dr. Stephen Cameron is so busy that he is a minister of the gospel. He's gone through Bible schools. He's also gone through medical schools. And he's also gone through business and accounting schools. He's been a leader in a bank in Pakistan. So it's amazing. Even our Dr. Samina has more than 30 years of teaching. She has so many skills that she's developing. The other time she told us that she's studying masters. Can you believe it at that age? Amazing. We are blessed in this Y.Y.C.I. Right, let me not waste much of my time. Let me see if Dr. Stephen wants to respond to Dr. Tebi and Dr. Betty's speech. Do you want to quickly respond to that? So that will be
Yes,
your
ma'am.
ice skate, and then we will put it on.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me opportunity to comment on Ambassador Professor Dr. Betty's amazing speech on collaboration and togetherness. It was really amazing. I really enjoyed a lot, and it was full of wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. Okay.